And this one is inheritance. Obviously, there are things we get from our parents. For those of you who do not know, in my other life, I am a clinical psychologist, so I am a therapist. Most of the time when I'm not looking like this, nakwanga kwa ofisi. But there are things that are always passed down to people. And we can either get them from, the parents, or it might have skipped them, it came from the grandparents, so on and so forth. Not everything is always passed down. Sometimes they're good things, sometimes they're bad things. You make what you can with what you get. And oftentimes we have to consider the fact that not all of us come from the perfect home, not all of us come from the most well-off background. Kuna wale walienda group of schools, kuna wale inasemekana walienda polling station. It varies. But at the end of the day, the work you put in, what you do with what you have, is what makes the difference. Snap here. Don't be shy. No one will beat you. I hope. But this kind of touches on that aspect of inheritance. My mother gave me her fire, but warned me not to let it burn the house down. She said, "Let it light your path, not scorch your name." The warning started early. She gave me her laugh, that heavy-chested, head-thrown-back kind, but I learned to quiet it in boardrooms, learned to smile with restraint, because too much joy looks suspicious when you're her kind of woman. My grandmother gave me her silence, taught me to speak in glances, to love in meals, to mourn in motion, to press pain between the pages of the Bible and keep cooking. She gave me hands tough for scrubbing, but eyes capable of finding softness in places where the world had hardened. She gave me hips that didn't just carry, they remembered. They moved like memory, like stories passed down without a single word. But I refuse that quiet. I refuse the hush. I swallowed their sacrifices and spit out poetry. I carry their names like machetes and music, and I speak because they could not. I wear their wisdom, but I stitch in my own rhythm. I don't just inherit their pain, I inherit their pause before they prayed. The thunder they tucked into discipline, the yes they buried beneath years of maybe later. The dreams they folded into dishcloths and set aside. I inherit the kind of strength that doesn't always shout. They were roots, silent, strong, unseen. I am the bloom, loud, wild, reaching, hungry for light. They survived, I want more. They endured, I want expansion. They adjusted, I demand. They dreamed, I dare. This voice I use tonight, it's not just mine. It's echoes of all the women who weren't allowed to want. And now, I want everything. With their blessing, with their blood, I am the unfinished business, finally speaking like a storm. I am loud and unforgiving. This is my inheritance. Thank you.